Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure. It's always my honor to be greeting you and always bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you today concerning how you should be able to meditate, visualize, and talk less. So my topic is meditate, visualize, and talk less. Now, there's a reason why I really want to expand on this kind of topic. And it is because I've come to realize that most people who look like me, and when I say that I mean black people, they tend to talk more than they spend time in meditation and visualization. And I realize that the more we meditate and the more we visualize, it is the more we will be in touch with our higher self. And the more we are in touch with our higher self, is the more we'll be able to accomplish in this world. And so, when you realize that when you talk less, that your inner self can actually speak to you in the time of silence, then you really understand what I'm talking about, because silence and listen is actually the same word, just one spelled the other way around. So in order for you to listen, you have to capitalize and silence. And that is why isolation is very important and less talking is very important. And so you'll be able to do most of your talking on the inside. So inner talking is what is very much more important, if that inner talking is on a positive vibration and frequency. Okay, that is why it is so crucial for you to always think positively about yourself, about others, and about your surroundings. Always have positive things to say and positive things to think about. Now, there's a scripture I would like to share with you that teaches you that you must meditate on the law of God, which is the law of your higher self, so that everything will be prosperous in your life, because there's a law of prosperity. And that same law of prosperity, if it is not used wisely, it becomes a law of poverty. So my brothers and my sisters, remember the law of mentalism, that everything begins with the mind. Everything was first a thought, everything was first an idea. That's why you have to guard your mind and order your conversation alright. Okay, now remember that the Bible is actually a book of magic. And when I say magic, I'm speaking about miracles. And when I say miracles, I'm speaking about taking things from the unseen and make them visible, from the invisible and make them visible. That's why you're told to call those things that be not as though they are. Okay, so that's real magic. Okay, so it's a book of magic, and I have a Bible called the 66 Books of Magic, the Overcomer's Bible. I would encourage you to check out that Bible also. It's on Amazon. Now, I'm going to read for you from Joshua chapter 1 and verses 8. It says, "This book of the law, which is the law of life, shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night." So my brothers and my sisters, when you practice to meditate day and night, you would find yourself talking less because you'll be more inspired. More ideas will come to you. And you will get so accustomed to hearing from your inner self that you will always want to hear from your inner self more than getting engaged in conversation talking about the things that are on the outside instead of focusing on that which is within. So it says that you are to take the book of the law, right? And you must never let it depart out of your mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Okay? And there's a reason why it says day and night. Remember, the way you go to bed would mean how you will wake up in the morning, and the way you start, your morning would mean how you spend the rest of your day. Those are two very important times of your life. As a matter of fact, at night, especially when you come into that drowsy, sleepy state, is where you're going to change dimension. You're going to change out of the three-dimensional world into the four-dimensional world, and so your body will be going through different brain waves. As you come into that drowsy, sleepy state, you come into the alpha brain wave, which will bring you more into that place of quietness, that place of concentration, the place where you can more focus on your desire and your goals. And that is why Job chapter 33 tells you that your instruction will be sealed. And Psalms chapter 4 and verse 4 tells you that you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and come into stillness. Come into the place of meditation. Come into the place of visualization. Okay? So it says, meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. That is what I want to get to. Thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So you see, as I said already, the Bible holds the law of success. It holds the law of life. It holds the law of mentalism. It holds all the laws that governs humanity and all the laws that governs the universe. But you have to learn to understand that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. Then you will understand that it's a book of prosperity, teaching you how you can create your every desire. But most people believe that it is secular history. So what the ancients have put together to teach us how to live the best version of our life, theologians have interpreted it to cause confusion in the life of many people all around the world and to keep them in mediocrity and poverty mentality. So my brother and my sisters, it is teaching you that when you practice meditation in your life and you meditate on these words that are written in this book with the understanding that God is within, and to speak to God and be in touch with God, be in contact with God, is through meditation. Then you will understand that in order to activate your power to create your every desire, you have to practice visualization. And that is why it is stated in the Bible that without a vision the people perish. Because if a person have no vision, they wouldn't see outside of the box, they wouldn't vibrate outside of the matrix. Because the matrix has a certain system that is set up to keep you bound, so that you won't vibrate on a high level of consciousness. So it is through meditation, it is through visualization that you will be able to impress feeling on the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind, which is connected to your real self, will receive that feeling and respond back to you that feeling it receives. It's just like sowing a seed in the earth, and the earth will receive that seed, and whatever life that is in the seed, that is what will bring forth. And that is why you're told, as you sow, so shall you reap. And that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And we refer to the earth as Mother Earth. And a woman's womb, whatever seed is sown in that woman's womb, she would bring forth also. The womb is impartial, just like the subconscious mind. So my brothers and my sisters, the subconscious mind is the feminine side of your being. That's why the masculine and the feminine must come together. And what is happening, it is a spiritual sexual act that would result in an impregnation and bring forth a manifestation. So my brothers and my sisters, that is why you have to learn to meditate, visualize, and talk less. Practice visualization as much as possible. Practice meditation as much as possible. And meditation is actually different to visualization. Visualization is where you're going to visualize and see things in your mind's eye concerning your intention, what you want to achieve in this world. Okay? But meditation is where you're going to focus and calming your mind down. And to calm your mind down from all of this chattering is to just let it go. Let it go all over the place, and then it reach to a place that it will just relax itself. And you come to a place where you do not even have any thought. And the easy way to do that is that when you already calm yourself down, just listen to your breathing as you breathe in and breathe out. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. And you listen just to your breathing and come to that place of such calmness that you can actually hear the song of the universe. You can hear the birds and everything, that the living creatures that are around you. You can hear it, and you hear the song of the universe itself also. But you have to be in a quiet place. That is meditation. And as you meditate, it is doing something to your whole mechanism that will bring you into a more place of calmness. And you find yourself, as you practice meditation, that you'll be talking less. And that's why the Bible tells you you must not get caught up in idle speaking and foolish gesturing. You know what I mean? Because that's the same reason why it says that the devil always find work for idle hands. Devil is talking about your negative thinking. You see? The devil is just the word live. Okay, spelled backwards with a D. You see? So when you're living in a backwards way, you're going to get backwards results. You live in a negative way, you get negative results. When you live in a positive way, you get the positive results. So you walk with the laws that governs the universe and walk with the laws that governs humanity, and all remember the law of mentalism. So my brothers and my sisters, if you would accept the fact that your real identity is your divinity, then remember that meditation is very important. So meditate, visualize, and talk less, and reap the benefit of knowing that your imagination is God, your creative power that you must use to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying is really resonating with you, making sense to you, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. But just before I leave you, I just want to remind you that this message I bring to you, that it is a single-eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if I be single, your whole body will be full of light. And truly, my whole body was filled with light when the single eye opens within me, when I awake from the dream of life and come to understand what it means when it says that you shall change from mortal to immortality in a twinkling of an eye. For that twinkling of an eye is an opening of an eye that will bring you to realize that the experience that you're having is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun, as in the S-U-N, it parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life, and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And truly the Son has never withheld any good thing from humanity, for the Son is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. Then in Malachi chapter 4 verses 2, you're told that the Son of righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And truly when the Son has risen in me, I'm bringing healing to all of humanity, pointing each and every one to look inwardly and to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire. So that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.